In the heart of Montgomery, Alabama is a history that is both rich and troubled, and it is also where the Equal Justice Initiative calls home and where the movie Just Mercy begins its story. Starring Michael B. Jordan and Oscar winners Jamie Foxx and Brie Larson, the movie is based on the real-life story of how one lawyer helped exonerate innocent men and women sitting on Alabama's death row. Join me as we talk to Bryan Stevenson and find out what tips he gave Michael B. Jordan on how to get him just right.
Tell me everything that happened. The first time I visited death row, I wasn't expecting to meet somebody the same age as me. From a neighborhood just like ours. Could have been me, Mama.
But what you're doing is gonna make a lot of people upset.
You always taught me to fight for the people who need the help the most. Your life is still meaningful, and I'm gonna do everything possible to keep them from taking it. You don't know what you're into down here in Alabama when you're guilty from the moment you're born.
God.
Mr. McMillan.
We done here.
Mr. McMillan, please.
You the lawyer?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much for driving all the way out here. Most lawyers barely make time to call.
I can't believe you talked to all my people and said you're gonna fight for me. I did. It mean a lot.
If you go digging in those wounds, you're gonna be making a lot of people very unhappy.
When people care about a thing that much, they'll do anything to get what they want.
When I first learned about all this, it was like looking at a river full of drowning people and not having any way of helping them.
I just wanted to ask you, Michael B. Jordan had said that, he felt a certain responsibility when he was making this movie to represent you and the characters. What was your responsibility in bringing Just Mercy, to life?
Yeah, I wanted to honestly reflect what's going on in our country, in our justice system. There's so many people who have been wrongly convicted and unfairly sentenced. So many people have been condemned unjustly. And their grief, their trauma, their struggle, their humanity has seemingly been ignored. And I just felt a need to give voice, to give exposure to that suffering, and to motivate people to demand more, to expect more from our system of justice. That we have a criminal justice system that treats you better if you're rich and guilty than if you're poor and innocent is tragic. It's a shame. And we have seemingly accepted that, and I think we have to change that. And so I just wanted to get people closer to what I've seen over the last 35 years. Children prosecuted as adults, put in adult jails and prisons where they're often brutalized, mentally disabled people unfairly treated, abused, not given the help they need. And that's the kind of motivation I had in writing the book, and I'm excited about the film because I think the film just creates an opportunity for more people to get a little glimpse into this world and hopefully be motivated to say something, do something after seeing the film to create justice. We need reform. We need to see a deeper commitment to fairness and equality.
What was it like for you to actually see your life on the big screen?
It's surreal, I have to say. I still haven't quite settled on it, but it's humbling. I mean, obviously, having somebody like Michael B. Jordan playing you is sort of otherworldly, and he's so talented and was so committed to the role. But it's also exciting, to see the clients that I worked with, the people I care about. Walter McMillan, Anthony Ray Hinton, Herbert Richardson, all of these folks that I worked with are so brilliantly brought to life. Jamie Foxx's performance, Rob Morgan's performance, O'Shea Jackson, Karen Kendrick, Walter McMillan's wife. All of these folks who I've worked with have gone through a lot. And I just think it's encouraging that people get to see that and hopefully be motivated to respond to that, because there's still more people in jails and prisons who are wrongly convicted and unfairly sentenced.
Did you give Michael B. Jordan any tips on how to get you right?
My first tip was, keep working out, and you need the Black Panther Creed body. You need that. That was my primary tip. No, we spent a lot of time together. We talked. I think his biggest concern was just moving in a courtroom, because there's a sort of choreography that goes with a space like that, where you have to be on this side and not that side, and there are times to stand and there are times to move. And he was very intent on getting that right. But mostly it was just spending time together and getting a sense of, how to present things. I think he does a remarkable job. And I'm really, really, really proud and honored to have somebody with his talent, portraying me in a film.
Your life's work is 30 years condensed into this one movie.
Yeah.
What would you want people to walk away with when they watch it and leave the theaters, whether it's someone old or someone young?
Yeah. I hope people will walk away with the sense that you can make a difference, that if you're committed to improving things, if you want to change things, you just have to be dedicated, you have to be focused, but you can do it. We have a line in the film, and it's what I say in some of my speeches, but I am persuaded that if you want to change the world, you've got to stand up even when people say sit down. You've got to speak even when people say be quiet. And if people embrace that and recognize that they have the power to make a difference, then I'm just very excited about what might come from this film.
And this is THUY PHAN for Hollywood First Look Features. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We with you. We all with you.
Your life is still meaningful, and I'm gonna do everything possible to keep them from taking it.